Hi, Taehyung lovers. Welcome back to the Taehyung lovers channel around the world. But this time, don't you dare skip the first 3 seconds, because what you're about to see is not just an ordinary K-pop story. This is a moment that leaves some people in awe and others silent, because they are not ready to accept reality. Texas, April 2026. Without a stage, without a concert, without the cheers of ARMY, the name BTS was officially recognized inside a United States government space. A legal declaration, an official honor, and most surprising of all, a special date was established for them. The question is, how can an idol group reach this point? In this video, we will uncover rarely discussed facts. Official recognition from the El Paso government for BTS. The hidden meaning behind BTS Weekend that left the world speechless. The Estimado Amigo award that is not just a symbol, but proof of an emotional connection. The role of Kpop in the global wave of K-pop influence. And the reason why this is not just about music, but about a cultural power that is beginning to change the world. Watch until the end, because the final part will make you question one thing. Is this still just entertainment, or has it become a true global power? Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Most importantly, help this video go viral so the world continues to see the goodness and extraordinary influence of Kpop. Because what happened here is not a coincidence. This is history. Texas, April 2026. Amid the calm desert landscape and the vast sky of El Paso, an event that seemed simple actually carried a global echo that is hard to ignore. There was no roaring stadium, no pounding music shaking the chest, no dazzling stage lights blinding the eyes. What existed instead was a heavy silence, as if carrying a meaning far greater than what appears on the surface. In that official room, the name BTS was immortalized in a different form, legal, symbolic, and historical. And at this point, the world was forced to reconsider the definition of influence. Details that may have once been considered trivial turned out to be the key to the entire narrative. An official certificate labeled County of El Paso stood firmly within a solid black frame. Nothing about it felt excessive, yet every line and angle radiated authority. This document was not just a sheet of paper. It was a language of law translated into the highest form of respect. 2 United States flags at the top were not mere visual ornaments, but symbols of unquestionable legitimacy. At the center, an official seal stood firm, marking the validity that binds its meaning. Then, among the neat and formal text, one sentence changed everything. May 2nd and 3rd, 2026 were officially declared as BTS Weekend in El Paso. The sentence sounds simple, but that is exactly where its power lies. In governmental practice, declarations like this are not given lightly. They are usually reserved for local figures who have made contributions, historical events that shape regional identity, or tangible impacts on the community. But this time, the honor crossed boundaries once thought untouchable. A music group from South Korea, geographically and culturally distant, received official recognition from a United States government institution. This is not just an award. It is a sign that the world has changed. That influence is no longer limited by maps, language, or political systems. That art, in its purest form, can stand alongside public policy. The narrative deepens when attention shifts to a trophy standing elegantly on a glossy black base. Its surface reflects the room's light in an almost dramatic way, as if aware of the importance of the moment. At the top, the statue of Lady Justice stands gracefully, a universal icon symbolizing justice, balance, and values that transcend cultural boundaries. Its presence is no coincidence. It carries the message that what is being celebrated here is not merely popularity, but something more fundamental, an impact recognized universally. On the base of the trophy, a gold engraving delivers an undeniable message. El Paso County Estimado Amigo Award BTS April 27, 2026. The phrase, Estimado Amigo, meaning beloved friend, shifts the tone of this recognition. This is not just a formal relationship between a city and invited guests. It is an emotional connection, an acknowledgement that BTS's presence has left a real, felt and lasting mark. To the left of the trophy, another document stands in a more artistic frame, adorned with classical ornaments that give a historical impression. The long text within appears to be a narrative detailing the reasons behind this recognition. Even if not fully readable, its visual structure already conveys one thing. This was not a spontaneous decision. It was a result of consideration, calculation, and a carefully structured acknowledgement. The background of the room adds another layer of meaning, a warm and organized atmosphere, accompanied by a violinist playing soft melodies, creates a ceremonial ambience that is calm yet full of honor. Each note feels like a soundtrack to history being written slowly, but surely. What makes it even more striking is the fact that this event happened far from a concert stage. There were no thousands of fans screaming hysterically, no dazzling choreography or spectacular visual effects. Yet it is precisely in a space like this that deeper meaning is formed. Here, real impact is seen without distraction, without illusion. This recognition proves that BTS is not merely a music phenomenon. They are a social force. Their presence can move local economies, boost tourism activity, strengthen fan community identity, and create cross-cultural connections once thought impossible. In this context, Kpop emerges as an essential part of a larger narrative. He is not just an artist standing on stage under the spotlight. He represents a greater cultural wave, a wave that has brought South Korea to the center of global attention. Together with the other members, he has built something intangible yet deeply felt. A bridge between cultures, between languages, between people. The declaration of BTS Weekend in El Paso ultimately becomes a symbol of how the world perception of power is changing. If in the past power was measured by political dominance or economic stability, now a new dimension emerges equally significant: the ability to touch human hearts. And perhaps this is where the unspoken tension lies, because not everyone is ready to accept that such power is now real. The city of El Paso, in all its simplicity, has sent a message far beyond its borders. A message that music can become a subtle yet effective tool of diplomacy. That fandom is not just a group of fans, but a global, organized, and influential community. That the relationship between artists and the public can evolve into something deeper, something officially recognized by institutions. In the end, what is seen in the series of photos and documentation is not just an award. It is proof of a new era. An era where the boundary between entertainment and institutions begins to blur. An era where a music group can inspire a city to pause, look, and consciously say, "We see you, we appreciate you, and we acknowledge your impact." And perhaps, without realizing it, this moment leaves behind one lingering question, a question that is uncomfortable yet unavoidable. If a music group can reach this point, then who truly holds the greatest influence in the world today? And at this point, we are no longer talking about concerts, not just popularity and not just K-pop euphoria. What happened in Texas, April 2026, is proof that the name BTS has crossed boundaries once thought impossible, official, legal, and recognized. This is not just a story, this is a signal that the world is changing, and not everyone is ready to accept it. Thank you for watching until the end. If this opened a new perspective for you, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. If you don't like it, feel free to skip. Taehyung Lovers never forces anyone. But one thing is certain, facts will not change just because they are ignored. Now it's your turn. What do you think about this official recognition? Is it purely an award or a sign that cultural power has surpassed existing systems? Write in the comments, because your voice is part of the story. Stay tuned for the latest updates only on Taehyung Lovers, and keep following the journey of Kim Taehyung, who never stops surprising the world. That concludes our meeting today. Thank you, stay safe, and see you again. But remember one last thing. When the world begins to recognize, the question is no longer why, but who's next?